Precautions and Troubleshooting of CAIMORE Industrial Router. Part 1. Precautions. The use of the router for regular internet access is relatively simple. Connect the antenna and network cable. The connection of network cable, one end to the computer, the other end to LAN port of router. Put the SIM card in the card tray. Chit face down. Push it all the way. Note: the SIM card must be correctly placed in the card tray. Don't pull out or insert SIM card with power on. Otherwise, the card cannot be read or burned out. Finally, power on. CAIMORE router supports 6.3 to VDC. After power on, the online light is always on. Indicates that the router is connected to the internet. Browse a web page to check whether the internet is normal. During normal operation, the power light and online light are always on. The light of LAN port to computer will be on. There are several points to pay attention to in the use of router. One is cannot pull out or insert SIM card with power on. Though others that 4G, 5G antenna should be placed outside. If the router is placed in a metal cabinet, which will block the signal. So 4G, 5G antenna should be external to ensure stable signal. If the router is used in the basement, the signal will be weak. It is recommended to place the antenna in the open air, in a location with few obstructions, or close to doors and windows. If there are multiple antennas, please connect them all. Part 2. Troubleshooting methods for router. Troubleshooting of the router can be done intuitively. According to different states of the power light and online light, there are 5 common situations. Case 1. The router's power light is on but the online light is off. Log in to the router's configuration page. Check the system status for further judgment. Configuration page address is 192.168.9.1:9999. Note that the colon is in half-width format. Enter username and password. Both are admin. Switch to the English version on the left. System status. 1. SIM status display is abnormal. It may card arrears, inactivation, card binding, etc. Check with the operator to see if the card is normal. Or change a SIM card that can access the internet to see if it is normal. 2. Weak signal. If the signal strength is only 1 or 2 bars, the signal is weak. Then check whether the 4G, 5G antenna is connected or damaged, and place the antenna in the open air or close to doors and windows. Don't place indoor. 3. Net mode is wrong. Log in to the router's configuration page. Check whether the net mode is 4G, 5G network or not. If not, then select 4G, 5G network in one configuration. Save the configuration and see if it works. 4. APN private network card not configured properly. If it is a APN dedicated network card, please check whether the parameters of the private network are paired. Please check 1. 4G, 5G network. APN. User. Password. Case 2. Router online light is on and off repeatedly. Possible reasons: user SIM card with limited internet access, like the directional card, APN private network card, and keep alive, not properly set. How to fix: login router's configuration page. Network, keep alive. Change the addresses of add1, add2, add3 totos, can be pinged in the network of the SIM card. Submit. Observe for about 5 minutes. Router's configuration page, system status. Check whether online time is maintained for 5 minutes. Case 3. The online light is on but the device connected to LAN port cannot access internet. Possible reasons: network port is not connected well, network cable is faulty, or the network configuration of the connected device is not configured properly. We can checking to steps. 1. Check the router. Whether the light of LAN port to connected device is flashing. If not flashing, please change to connect another LAN port, or change another network cable. 2. Does the device connect to router via LAN port? Check whether IP of the device is on the same network segment as the router. The default network segment of our router is 9 network segment. How to check: network configuration of computer. Open network and sharing center. Left column, Ethernet. Right column, open, change adapter options. Double-click, Ethernet. Select Details. Check whether the IP address is 9 network segment. If not, Ethernet. Right-click and select Properties. Select Internet Protocol version 4, TCP, IPv4. Configure IP address, subnet mask, default gateway and DNS server address. Then double-click Ethernet. Select Details. Check whether the IP address is 9 network segment, case 4. After the router is powered on, the power light and the online light are not on. Maybe the voltage is lower than 6V. Power failure or router failure. In case of low voltage or power failure, test it with a different power supply. If the indicator light is still off after the router powered on, the router needs to be repaired. Case 5. The online light flashes every 2 seconds. That is because the router doesn't recognize SIM card. Maybe the SIM card is too thin. Please put a piece of paper on the back of SIM card and try again. Another reason is to pull out or insert SIM with power on. If so, power off, then pull out and insert SIM, and then power on again. If the fault still exists after the above steps, then log in the router S configuration page. Get system status, debug and other information. To CAIMORE technicians for analysis. System. Debug. Refresh. Please refresh more than once. To get more log information, click Submit. Helps technicians to troubleshoot and analyze.